Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all.
Oh. Hi. 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 Little roundabout. Up. Down. Down. Push. Push. Up. Hey, I am. Thank you. Shenanigans. The foolery. The fuckery of it all. Shenanigans, hey, the foolery, what? The fuckery of it all. Thank you, Naomi. Hey, everybody, it's your boy, Matty Rants. Welcome to another Celebrity Big Brother 2, Episode 7, Afterthoughts Live. And, of course, more discussions. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Shout out to my moderators. Christy, I see you in the room. Ooh, Leslie. Do I even have to address that bullshit yesterday? No, I don't think I will, because I think I said enough on my live on Instagram last night. I'm sure that's still posted up. I expressed my feelings on that, but yes, someone took my words and ran with it, and I'm not here for it. But that's not what we're talking about today. Thanks for tuning in. Please do me a favor, like this video, share this video, and donate to the channel. That's paypal.me/Matty Rants, as well as Cash App $Matty Rants. I could use a blunt after that bullshit yesterday. Just saying, y'all. Just saying. If you want to, I could use a trip to the dispensary, because the bitch was, like, really pressed yesterday. You're here for Ricky. I am too. I am here. Nidra, I'm going to get to Ricky. I actually like his gameplay right now, and I'm here for it. I'm fine, little Mackie. I'm good. There is nothing to be worried about. I just don't appreciate people taking something that I said and running 5 million miles away with it and trying to just take my name and run it all over the place. So I don't do that type of stuff. And I didn't appreciate someone who I knew, who I've spoken to in the past before, slandering me. So either way, they said they weren't attacking me. After that happened, I blocked immediately, because I said, you're clearly not seeing the issue with what you just posted. And that is my problem. So it's sad to see, but it is what it is. Now, who saw Tom Green winning the head of household on this episode last night? Who saw that happening? I did not see, well, take that back. Tom low-key is an assassin, but Tom is also reckless too. I'm glad he won head of household, because I knew that if Joey won it, we would have solidified Tom Green still being in the house. I'm getting used to Kado, because he stopped with the OJ shit. He's still a cornball, but I also don't want to see him going too far as well, because Kado knows the game too good. And for me, it's not going to be fair for other people playing against him, because he's already in everybody's ear. It's like Kado is an alliance, but I guess not, or how he's playing people. You know how it is. They talk to people and they ask questions like, well, what are you doing and how do you feel? And everyone gives an open-ended answer, so that way they're not stuck in something. You know what I mean? I didn't see Tom Green winning, because once they said what the challenge was, where they had to run through some horror house and they had to find clues and shit, I'm assuming this would have been everybody's first run. But I forgot that they actually do this shit earlier. Can bud be sent via weedmaps.com? I prefer not to, only because then I'd have to give the address in order for them to meet here, and I like to have that part like stuck. But that's a great idea, though. But Weed Maps does do deliveries, by the way, for those of you who are a part of that lifestyle. Um, where was I at? Tom Green. So Tom Green, yeah, I'm here for Tom, but I don't like how he's targeting Ricky. And I know someone just said that they're not a fan of Ricky. I like Ricky. I like Ricky a bit. Ricky is middle of the road. He's very calculative, but he's also trying to stay like he's picking and choosing his teams, but he goes with the majority to see how far he can take himself to go. Now, Tom is seeing that with Ricky. Tom has already figured the bullshit out. So Tom finds him to be a strong player, and he wants to get all the strong people out. He's like, it would make more sense to get rid of I Need Makeup, Joey Lawrence, Bad Lighting, Joey Lawrence, and Ricky Williams. Once we get rid of those two, it'll be almost an easy run. No, the P.O. box has not been set up just yet. That was supposed to be done Monday, and we ran into some things that I had to take care of. So that P.O. box is going to have to wait until next time, unfortunately. Where was I at? Ooh, come on, Matt. You were lost my train of thought. Come on. Ricky Williams. Okay, Ricky Williams. Hey, Andrea. Ricky is playing a game. It's very evident, but I think if Ricky doesn't chill out on certain things and just, I guess, where he's going and his conversations with Lolo and Natalie are like one, but I feel like at any point in time, if Ricky steps himself up into a very high position, everyone's going to come, they're going to go for him. And Nidra, that's another reason why I like Ricky too. Ricky gets the tea, and then Ricky runs that tea right on back. So by the way, this is what they just said. This is what you need to look out for. And that shows trust with the girls so that the girls won't take him out, because the girls are leading the men in the house as far as numbers go. And at any point in time, all those girls can go, well, bitch, we need to vote together. Honestly, the girls could get all the men out. They really could if they just plan that right. They can get all of them out. They have way more numbers. If they want to play that game, they'd win. Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't understand it. It's like y'all had that opportunity. It was very okay, hold on a second. I think it may pause for a second. Let's see here. Okay. I do watch the live feeds, and I was watching the one recently today, so I can talk about that. Hold on a second, y'all. I may pause for real quick. I'm just want to check to make sure this is charging. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're charging. We're good. It may break for a second here. And if I'm behind or lagging in any of the messages or anything that's posted, please forgive me. I do apologize. I'm going to try to get it right. I see you, and it's bothering me. Oh, well, we'll leave that corner over there. Okay, cool. Ricky Williams, Tom Green. Ricky finna get backdoored if Tom has anything to do. Dorky, say it again. Say it again. Like, he put Candy up there just to see if Candy had the publicist vote, which I thought was stupid. Why would Candy get that? Okay, let me get to that in a second. Let me keep it on the track, Matthew, here. Ricky does need to be careful because, yeah, Tom's seeing through him. Kado is playing mastermind right now, but low-key, the girls have all figured this out, and Tamar especially has figured out Kado. Tamar especially has figured him out. There's a live feed that happened today where Tamar was in the bed after putting her makeup on. I was on the phone with Darnelli, one of my moderators, and I was watching the live feed, and it was before they put their makeup on. And Tamar's this side of her face, I said, oh, no, the cameraman is not doing her any justice. They zoomed on it, and she had some acne. No shame in that. People have their days. It just was the cameraman being fucking shady. The cameraman, I was like, no, let that girl live. It was a moment. She just got up. I couldn't believe they did her like that. Ooh, bitch, that was funny. But, She was beating her face for filth in that live feed today. I said, Tamar put that whole mug on and went right back to bed. But no, Tamar is smart not to say anything. It's the truth. That is the truth. Hey, Lenny. And I need her to hold on to that as long as possible. And she can make herself look like she's not doing nothing, and maybe they'll leave her alone until the time comes to where they put her up for eviction. And she can be like, bam, next, let's see who's up now. And that would be excellent. Now, Tamar won that because y'all, we, the people, want to see more of her fuckery on TV. That's the truth. They could have gave that to anybody else. They gave that to Tamar. Entertainment is why she was saved. So while we can all argue, we can yell, and I can sit there and make fun of her for being crazy, because she is acting crazy sometimes, and being way too aggressive and doing the most, and all that extra shit. She has America, and America's living for Tamar, and they want to see her stay on there for more fights, more and all that type of stuff. And that's what happens. You become a character, or you are that character, and your craziness shines and shares with the world. And they're like, keep that bitch. We want to see her go on. So shout out to Tamar, because that came to her favor. And when they didn't put her on the chopping block, I thought to myself, ooh, Tom, that was a waste of a spot, because you could have pulled that shit out right then and there. And then put Candy up, and then waited for the veto, and then put Ricky up, and then had Tamar up the next week. But you weren't smart. You were not smart there, my friend. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's see here. Shady bitches, no shady bitches. Down, down. Where am I at with this? Candy. Candy, 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 Candy. Why is Candy so fucking quiet? Like, I don't hate Tamar. She's a lot. She's a lot. There's moments when I'm like laughing and cackling with her, and there are other moments where I'm like, girl, pull it back in, because you're making yourself look real ridiculous right now. That's my only thing with Tamar. I just wish she would just reel it in. Reel it in. Tom versus Tamar on live feed. Hilarious. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen it. I heard that they got into it or whatever. But I am just glad that she's playing it smart now. And now that she was given that chance, it's like, come on now. I just knew Candy was going to read Ricky for filth. Girl, when? Was this during the live feed? See, I missed that part of the live feed. I don't have it on all the time. I'm playing Smash Brothers and trying to get something up there. She crying? When? Like, oh my goodness. So this is what I saw today with the live feed. I saw Candy putting on makeup, and it was like black lipstick on half and red on the other. And I was like, what the hell? And then her and Tamar were talking about taking flights and doing first class or not. And I thought it was weird because Bravo then posted a whole thing on YouTube today just saying about taking first class and being luxury or traveling on a dime or whatever. I thought that was weird. I was like, Candy was just talking about that on Big Brother. Huh, okay. But Ricky told Candy not to be a bitch made after she got put on the block. What? I need this clip in my life right now. Are you fucking serious? Ricky, are you for real? I'd been hot if I was Candy. Like, why am I being put up? Yeah, I just need her to, like, while she was crying. What? Okay, Zap. I'm gonna let Ricky go on that. I'm cool with Ricky as far as him as a person, but that is not how you should have handled that situation, and I don't appreciate that at all. I would have been, ooh, I've been loud. I would have said, now where in the fuck did all that come from? Did you say all that shit to Lolo when she was crying for no fucking reason? Were you in Lolo's face like that? Why you digging into Candy? Let's talk about that, Ricky. Okay, next. You worrying about the wrong one. um, ugh. I'm not happy with that. That's gross. Um, who else is up on this cast? We talked about Tamar, Kado. Okay, so the two girls who have held it down for their alliance, I guess, since day one, which is Lolo and Natalie. Natalie, Eva Marie. Hold on. Chim Cham, I was trying to get yours to post. It flagged it by accident. My bad, baby. I was gonna let you have that. Can you just resend it, sis? Because it hit it by accident. My bad, Chim Cham. Go ahead. That opinion can handle itself in this chat. I didn't mean to hide that one. I tried to tap show. I'm sorry, sweet pea. I ain't gonna say nothing. Chim Cham, did it hide it for real? Okay. Chim Cham has said Ricky doesn't like black women, period. He's disrespectful as fuck. Hey Delta girl. I can't put that in the atmosphere because I don't know that man, but if I were to look at more things and look at history and past and do some research and stuff like that, it may be a possibility, but it also could just be a certain thing about, you know how it is, a complex of character where certain people always assume that. I hate that narrative where, and it is true, but I'm gonna stray away from it because I'm getting away from that point now, because that's how I got into this dumb conversation on Twitter about me not recognizing misogyny when I have and I've done. I'm not going there, but it is true in certain senses where certain black men look at black women in certain ways as being too aggressive and too strong, and so they prefer to go the other way. But that is where I'll leave it at that, and allegedly, or whatever I need to say to be like ta 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 ta. But that has been something that has been said in the past before, and with women who I know who are black, they have felt that way. So I'm just gonna be glib on that. He do need to invest in some clippers. He do need to invest in something. Hey, Jermaine. Yeah, but that was in response to Chim Cham. Again, I'm sorry, baby. I don't know why I hid your message. I was like, show, and it was like, hide. And I'm like, really? Delta girl. I'm just saying, like, I don't even want to get into all that from yesterday. That was so pointless. Yeah, so Tom wins head of household. Tom then walks around the house trying to figure things out, acting wacky doodle. You know, Kato's like, stick to the plan. Just stick to the plan. Don't dive in too deep. The moment you do that, you fuck everything up. That Ryan would still be in the house if his mentally delayed ass didn't listen to Dork, stop it. Dorky. Oh my goodness. Honestly, Jonathan kind of fucked over Ryan. If Ryan had just did his own thing, Ryan would be fine. And I do believe that Ryan would still be a target, but he wouldn't be as big of a target until Jonathan and him got together and they started walking around with their dicks out, and it was like, get them out now, please. Oh, I need to get to Joey Lawrence. That's who I need to talk about. Yeah. So speaking of Joey Lawrence, girl. Joey made a mistake by talking to Ricky and talking about the girls think they're running things and I don't like that and da 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 da. And I thought to myself, what's wrong with that? As a matter of fact, hold on. So, okay, there's 4 men in the house and there's what? Candy, Tamar, Lolo, Dina. Okay, so that's what? 5 to 4. 9 people, right? Yeah, 9 people. So 5 women, 4 men. You're having a conversation with this man who lives in the same room with 2 of those women who are in the top. positions right now. Both Natalie and Lolo are in prime positions, and they're in good alliances. And you're gonna have this conversation like, wait, hold on. Joey and Tamar basically flipped the girls against Tomato. So that must be Tom and Kado. And I was listening to that on, I was listening, see, it's funny y'all say that because I was listening to that conversation before we started this video. Because I was watching a live feed where Tamar was talking to Natalie about that whole situation. And they were like, I don't trust him. And no, he thinks he's running this and that and the other. So you're saying that Joey and Tamar are now the ones like, okay, we're going to have to jump in on this because we know now that they think that they're running this thing and we need to handle that. Which is what seems to happen to all these people who went home. Jonathan and Ryan went home because they thought they were running shit and they were walking around pissing in corners. And everyone was catching it. Versus it being like a, oh, I won, oh my God, what a surprise, whoop, 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 whoop. For me personally, if I'm doing this show, let me give you my idea of this. It would never be something to where, oh, we're gonna always hang out together because we're in an alliance. No. You would never know if we're living in the household who I was in alliance with. My conversations would be separated. We wouldn't hang out like that, but we would know what was up. People wouldn't be ready for that. Oh, I'm just shocked to win. That'd be me all the time. Oh, I'm just shocked to win. I know who the fuck my 5 people in the corner are. They're about to vote for the person I want to send home. And we're going to win the veto and then backdoor that person and put the other motherfucker up. That's how you play the game. And then you act like nothing happened. Like, damn, they agree with me? Shut up. Like, Open-ended answers, vague questions, and you just move along and you just laugh and kiki about other shit. But when it talks about the game, mute. What are we talking about? Nope. I don't like Joey Lawrence. I don't like him at all. I'm not a fan. The cameras, the lighting, and the lack of concealer has definitely shown his true colors. I do not like how he talks about people in the house. He just reminds me of some toxic family members, and I'm just like, ugh. He just starts speaking, and I get very aggravated. They keep having all these open alliances. It depends on numbers. Keep it cute and mute. Thank you, Chim Cham. It's like, why are y'all speaking about this openly and so candidly? And then you're running back and forth to this person. Well, you know, what's his name is talking about doing something. What the fuck? What is this? Like, do y'all know how to play this game? Shut up. Don't say anything. Move forward. Make it. Ugh. It's strategy. It's like they don't know what's up. Tom and Kado have an idea. Kado really knows what he's doing. I mean, he's had time to think about this. It's not like he's been, super busy. So he at least probably has an idea or an objective as to how he can get to the final 2. The rest of them, I don't know. Like, Lolo is weird. She sits in the bed and complains a lot. Then she gets up and they talk about working out and how hard and difficult it is to be athletes. And I'm just like, what? Please stop doing that. Don't, girl, woe is you. Woe is you, girl. I can't take it. Like, so not here for it, y'all. Is this gonna take? Hold on. Let's see. The dumbest move Lola ever made was trying to convince Tom that Joey hates him and bitches about him, so he needs to put him up. Like, what? I mean, they were already thinking about putting Joey up in the first place. That was my whole confusion. I was like, well, we already decided to put him up because, for one, he's a strong competitor, and he was already aligned with Ryan. And we know that he would have sent us home if Joey and Ryan were still in the competition. Let's be clear. If Ryan stayed in the competition with Joey, they would have moved much further. And Tom would have been out, and so would have Kado. They don't like them. They already called them old. They said they were old and creepy. Said that shit already. It's like, come on now. Oh, my God. Quick shout out again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you would love to support the channel, that's the Cash App, and that's the PayPal links right there. PayPal.me/Matty Rants, Cash App. $ Matty Rants, honey, send me a little change my way. Got me a blunt or two, a little snacky poo or something. I thank y'all for tuning in. Back to this celebrity Big Brother stuff. Yeah, Keedy, they are old and creepy. Don't you do that. I like Tom Green. Kado, I could have lived without, but I enjoy how he plays the game, and I respect him for it. Natalie, I think, is low-key an assassin. She has a little alliance with Ricky that's outside of Lolo, and also has an alliance with Lolo, but then also has an alliance with Tamar, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Natalie has like separate alliances within alliances, and she just had that one time where she fucked up and said too much. Hates the women and must be rid of. Made he sound so desperate. Tom was not buying it. I think so. Lolo basically took what Ricky said, and she then turned it into that. So, okay, so Lolo basically, yeah, Lolo caught that bait. Lolo took what Ricky said and just ran with it. Got it. I mean, he did say low key that the girls think they have too much power, but I don't know if it was meant to be on that level of I hate the girls, but it could be taken that way. Which celebrity season is better so far, 1 or 2? Um, I need 2 more. I need 2 more episodes, 2 more evictions to figure that out because I need to see what actually 1 more. I need to see what this eviction does. If this eviction is as crazy as I think it's gonna be, then possibly I'll say this is the better season. 1 was good because Omarosa was on there and she was like the spawn of Satan, but she also brought a lot of good drama. Ross Matthews it was interesting to see him in a Big Brother household, and I got to I forget her name. I'm sorry, I forget the girl who won. I think it's like Marissa something. But I liked her, and I was glad she won. She was a sweetheart. She played a fair game. She never, was really just backstabby or nasty about anything. So it just kind of worked in her favor. So I don't know. She sure is playing the best friend game, and she's taking it personal. Y'all, don't forget to hit that like button too while you're in here, please. I see 56 of you. Somebody press a thumbs up and let a bitch know that you're happy to be here. One of these. One of these. It's cool. No worries here. Christy, I was already like pulling it up as I was saying it. Yeah. Is the new episode tonight or is that tomorrow? Is that tonight or tomorrow? 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 I hope it's tonight. I'm ready to watch it again. If it's Friday, that's gonna suck. Only because I have to watch RuPaul's Drag Race at 5 here on Friday with y'all live on Instagram. And I heard that's gonna be 2.5 hours. If that's 2.5 hours, that means that it's gonna basically end at 7:30 my time, and then it's Saturday. Oh please, thank God. Oh thank God. Oh thank God, because I heard Drag Race is gonna be 2.5 hours, child, and I'm not ready for this. Oh my God, I forgot to mention Dina. Ooh, wait, I said Tamar, Candy, Lolo, Natalie. Oh, and Dina, I mentioned Dina. Okay. Yeah, Dina low-key has been riding this low-key. She shouldn't be lasting in the house this long. She is boring. Ooh, no shade, Miss Lohan. You're not interesting to me, baby. I'm sorry. I'm like, let's see here. You guys like to see Matty and Jamar? Wait, Jamar. And not just that. Hold on. We also put up an Amazon wish list because we're getting a Twitch account together. And so there's certain games that we just don't have and we would like to play. So we've put some of them up, and recently, that's what I need to share because I got a package yesterday. Yes. I totally took it out the package. I feel like I did y'all dirty, but I was on Instagram when I shared it. Hold on a second here. I need... What's 2.5? They said that Drag Race was 2.5 hours. I was like, girl, who is going to be watching it for that long? And I'm like, is it going to be that good? Because I don't want to watch it this good. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's super weird. Okay, cool. Every time Dina pops up, I'd be like, who is this PA walking in the back? Or the mom of the PA. The mom of the PA. So apparently, this is a makeover challenge episode for Drag Race. What I'm really hoping, what I'm really hoping, what I'm really hoping is that it's 2 episodes and not just one giant 2.5 hour fuck mess. Like, I don't want that. I'd rather they say 2 back-to-back episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race and it's 2 eliminations. And then we can move this season along so we can get to season 11, because I can't believe I'm saying this. And I said this before in the past with season All Stars 4 going into season 11. I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of ready to just get to the next season. You've already shown me the new girls, and now I'm kind of interested, and I'm feeling it a little bit. So I'm like, get me to season 11 now, because I feel like All Stars 4 has been spoiled for me, and it's been a fun ride, and there was great moments, but I need new girls now. I need somebody new. I love all these babies, but I need to see new queens. I need to fall in love with somebody else. I'm already in love with all of them. I love them. Kisses, kisses. I need the new girls. I need the new ones. I just need it. Oh God. It just feels predictable. And this is just me being honest about it. And I'm sorry, I guess we're wrapping up the Big Brother talk. If it's Saturday, y'all, we'll be doing a live video for the afterthoughts on Sunday. I'm going to be mixing up the Celebrity Big Brother, my thoughts on Saturday night's episode with that, as well as the afterthoughts on what will happen Friday for RuPaul's Drag Race. So now let's just talk about Drag Race real quick. I know, but if it's not 2 episodes, then, oh my God, that's going to be a lot. I don't want to say a drag, because but it's going to be a lot. It's a regular episode. Oh, girl. As long as it's not 2.5 hours, if it's an hour and a half, I'm fine. But when they had rumors of it being 2.5, I was like, girl, who, what, when, where, and why? How, for that matter. But no, I'm honestly ready to get into season 11. I need to get into the new girls. I want to experience the new fantasy. I want to fall in love, and I want to hate somebody else. That's Drag Race. It's literally that. Like, you want to fall in love, and then you want to hate somebody else. If anybody's wondering why I'm sitting on this side of the screen and not directly in the center, I actually can see y'all's text as it's coming in so much better when I sit directly this way. So it's like I'm doing this and then looking over versus me having to be like this the entire time. So yeah, I need it. I'm here for Evie. Oddly, I follow her on Twitter. I haven't followed really anybody else. I just followed Evie because I kind of wanted to get in her brain a little bit, but see what her Twitter was like. I'm not disappointed. But yeah, support those queens. Start to follow them. Get them up. Now, RuPaul's Drag Race, I believe, _8, has been posting a lot of the performance videos that you can find on YouTube. And a lot of them girls can buck. Ooh, Jermaine. Chim Cham, what happened? Why y'all go for Mark? Oh my gosh. I'm burning up, burning up, gonna burn up. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. I slay. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So, talks about Celebrity Big Brother. I really don't have anything to add to that. We'll wait till Saturday's episode and have another 30-minute live video. We're 34 minutes in. I believe I can give y'all 26 more minutes. We'll make this a full hour. I don't have anything specifically planned. I do know that based on things that happened yesterday and what I am trying to avoid happen with this channel, because this is not a drama channel. This is not some channel that's meant to be for arguing and going back and forth and let's talk about these particularly hot topic issues that people have very strong expressed opinions about, to where if I'm not able to then speak my piece on it without somebody understanding where I'm coming from, or it being the same vice versa, if it's just going to be impasse, we're going to stop having those kind of conversations. I will save those for the podcast when me and Jamar post that up in the next few months. Because again, that needs money and that needs time to cultivate and get together, and I'm doing a lot of the work. True T, I'm doing a lot of it. So I want y'all to understand that I want this to be a fun channel. I shade for fun. I do all that for fun. This is all for Kit Kats. Don't take me serious. Don't take me too serious when it comes to the jokes and the shade and this, that, and the other. I don't really wish anything on anybody, any evil. I don't wish any of that. So please end that kind of conversation with me, because what happened on Twitter yesterday was out of control and it really pissed me off. And it put me in a place, a negative headspace that I didn't want to be in. And I ended up on Instagram going off because I had to get it out. Jamar sitting there with me while all that was happening, seeing me fume. It was implied that I was not giving proper respect for Black women when it came to misogyny between gay Black men and Black men, period, to Black women. And it was implied that I am ignorant to that matter. It was implied. I have blocked this person because after I spoke and said what I had to say on Twitter about the situation, after I did that, I kept asking in the middle of me, going in. That was on Instagram. Yeah, I don't know if it was for you. Here's the thing, Christy. I do not know who I was talking about specifically that caused that to even happen. I couldn't think of it. I was like, who was I speaking about? And what made it crazier is I asked them who I was talking about, what I was talking about, and what are you talking about? Because the entire text for Twitter was he, she, her. It was never who I was speaking of. So then when I pressed about the issue and was like, I don't appreciate how you came to me this way. You could have came to my inbox if you had a problem about something that I said, versus trying to get some clout on Twitter by tagging me in something and saying, I can't believe this, and da-da-da-da-da. And what made me more mad about it was that the fact after they did all this tagging and me shit, they then make a separate post saying, and I know Maddie's going to come for me and, spaz out like he does. And it's like, so you're wrong. You're on some bullshit. And you try to pull me in some crazy crap. You think it was the Azalea Banks thing? Make that argument in her defense before. And here's the thing, RJ. Over what? Oh, my God. So, okay. I can't talk about the girl no more. I just can't talk about her no more. If it's going to cause all that, and you're going to now assume something like that and put that fucking shit in my box, pause. I was very angry yesterday. I was hot. Thank you, Chim Champ. Here's the thing. That's why I blocked her, because I saw what she was trying to do and I didn't appreciate it. There was no type of educational moment she was trying to give me. There was no teaching and learning moment there. It was nothing of the sorts. It was you trying to do that and then make this whole thing up. And while you can feel that, and honestly, here's the crazy part. I respect her for still feeling that way in situations like that. My issue is you put me in that shit. That is why I'm pissed. You put me in there because I needed to, I guess, agree with you or say something to the effect to where I need to always talk about that. Let me tell you something. That's not the platform. That's not what this is for. If you need someone to do that, find them somewhere else. But after that disrespect that I got last night, I had to block them. I let them speak and, or whatever. I gave it time last night for them to respond. You know what their answer was to me after I asked who and what and where, and I said that you were doing this and you were coming for me? They said, Maddie, you're not being attacked. And that's why you were blocked, sis. That's why you're blocked. Because it's like, you did. You tagged me and you tried me. And that's the problem I have. It's like, okay, what do I need to do? So, bitch, and mind you, let me be real frank with y'all. Y'all know I'm real with you. This is why it also pisses me off when people do that. Because I'm very honest with you about who I am as a person and the shit I've been through. For like 2 whole seconds that you don't listen to Banks anymore. That's what I'm saying, RJ. I didn't even, if it was over Azalea Banks and over me saying I don't even pay attention to that girl anymore, that's what's crazy. That is what's crazy. Whoa, that is crazy. And it got taken that far. Ah! I know exactly who it is, and y'all probably know who it is in this comment section too, that be in here all the time arguing with folks. I'm disappointed in them. They need to just stay off my page, because if they're gonna always bring that bullshit to me like I'm supposed to argue or something like that with them about how they feel about a certain subject, that's fine. If you're dealing with misogyny every day, that's fucked up. And I hope that shit changes, and I hope that is fixed immediately. If you're asking for me to be your savior in that shit, I'm not that girl. Excuse me, I'm not that man. I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm here on earth to do. I can bring awareness to it as I've spoken about it before. And that's what kills me. I've spoken about it before. We've had those conversations. But because I don't agree with Azalea Banks's ways of communicating with people via Twitter and saying, well, she's only responding to the gays like that because they come for her first. Get that argument on somewhere else. I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want to have that conversation anymore. Don't bring it up over here. I will delete them. Don't bring it up over here. Don't do it. This is not my channel for that. We talk about Drag Race, we talk about TV shows, we cackle and kiki, and we laugh about stuff. That's what we do. But if you want to bring in some deep shit about something that you're personally going through, don't bring it over here. Don't do it. There is people who are dealing with sexual abuse from men to women right now who are really dealing with stuff. Talk about that, not about Miss Problematic trying to always get attention through attacking somebody online about something stupid. Please don't. I think I did mute Azalea Banks on Twitter. I honestly think I did, because I was just tired of seeing fag and this and that word being used. That bothered me. Oh, it bothered me. I was like, girl, I can't take this. And then it's like, well, they said, and it's like, nobody's any better. Well, you don't reprimand them for that. What are you talking about? I just said that was bogus. Help, God. So yeah, that was my whole situation yesterday. I was pissed. I was high as a cooler brown. I'm gonna be real with you. I smoked a good nasty blunt. I was real nice, real chill. I was watching Celebrity Big Brother. I was taking my notes on my tablet, and I was just over here doing this, minding my P's and Q's. And I see 5 notifications, and I'm like, what did I do? And I just kept saying, what did I do? What happened? It was so confusing. So, again, I get everyone's point. Just don't attack me for something that you think I don't understand, and then call me ignorant when you are ignorant your own fucking self for coming at me the way you did on social media like that when you can't even tell me what it was about. So, blocked. No more communication. Next subject. Now, 15 minutes left. I just wanted to address that. I'm letting it go because, again, I'm not even... That's no longer my wheelhouse. If girls get into some controversy, I agree and I disagree with everything wrong and right with it. There you go. Now nobody can get mad. So just leave me alone. Because if I give you my opinion, you're not ready for the real. Ooh, okay. So the Jussie Smollett situation. So they apparently found a noose. They apparently found, I guess, two suspects or whatever, or pictures of them, and they found the cloth or the material that was used, I guess, with the chemical on it, to get him together. Now, there is another article I read recently where they were saying that the police asked to see his phone and Jussie denied it. So what's really making me upset about this story is because it's a lot of gay black men in particular that I see do this. And I hate to use that now because I feel like, oh, I'm going to be attacked for this now, but I'm not just going off of what I see on my Facebook and on my timeline and on my feeds. I can't speak for others, I'm speaking for myself. I see them doing this in particular. Not everybody, most. Now, why he don't want to give his phone away? If you don't have nothing to hide, why isn't that phone gone? Ooh, he's got something to hide. Child, he was trying to go to Grindr and get a date at 2 o'clock in the morning. He got his ass beat by trade. That's what they're saying. Alicia, why would they need to see his phone? Because they're trying to prove that he wasn't assaulted by anybody with manga hats or whatever. They're trying to prove that he was trying to meet up with somebody in the middle of the night and got busted. Or see if he's doing what the girls were saying he was doing. The rumor was, it's a disgusting rumor. They were saying that he went out to go meet somebody via Grindr to either fuck or like to buy drugs and got jumped or whatever by said individual. So instead of looking like an idiot and being on social media or whatever by doing that, he then made up a whole story and a scene so that way he can get people to go up against, Trump supporters because there's already a big divide about that within the gay community and the black community and blah, 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 blah. That's the conspiracy. Allegedly. That's the conspiracy. That's crazy. If that really went all that way, just so you don't get caught up in some bullshit. If that happened, that is going to be crazy. But I do not believe that, and I don't ever want to take away somebody who is a victim of fucking assault like that. And so for me, I'm not even going to play that game and that narrative with people where they're trying to be real and let's be honest and it don't seem right. Girl, you wait until everything is dropped and then make your opinions on it. But hearing about assault is what everyone's upset about. I'm not going to question someone being assaulted by somebody. I'm going to wish them well and hope they get better and hope that they're not mentally scarred from being assaulted for being black or gay or black and gay or woman or anything for that matter, or if anything. I'm not. So we now have everybody now questioning him and doing all this type of stuff and blah, 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 blah. And now it's this big deal. It's made national news. It's serious. The CBD checked hundreds of hours. Didn't find you in the comments under there was so gross. It's again. It's okay. It's very crazy. So I don't know what is going to happen in this situation. If he is lying, that is going to be. That is going to be bad, bad, bad. Because it's not going to be just him that is going to be completely eviscerated into the next century. No. Let's get those who cry foul. Now, it's going to be. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I felt that dry throat. Excuse me. It's going to be hard for people to say that someone hurt them or tried to harm them without people thinking that they're lying. And now we're going to have a whole lot of people going unchecked because of stuff like that. Hey, Daisy. So that's why I'm so scared that this story isn't true. I don't believe that it's not true. I believe it's true. I just don't want this bullshit ass, well, I believe it's this, that, and the other to really be what happened with Jussie Smollett. Hey, Quintessential 2. That would just be disappointing on a level of what this actually can provide as far as awareness for people in situations like this and see what kind of terrible people are a part of that organization or believe in that type of stuff. Also, thank you, Christy, for posting that. Right, it's still under FBI investigation. They're pulling out more information, but the cell phone bit is what everybody's freaking out about. Right, Quintessential, they just up it in. But yes, yeah, we just covered that. Where am I at? 321-54321. I don't want it to listen. I don't want it to not be true. I just would hate that, and I know it's going to hurt and harm a lot of other people in the process because of somebody in that public figure not wanting to be caught up when they could have just been caught up, and we would have been like, well, girl, he's real. Okay, I won't describe the open wound. It's like a monster in a video game. Yeah, I believe him. I don't think Jussie would go through something like that just to like play those games, but I also think there's more to it as to why people are not believing him, and not because of just it being the story, but also because of just how they treat certain people in general. Um, so yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, Rufus is in the other room. So yes, there's also the GoFundMe page, y'all. We have actually passed the halfway mark for Rufus's GoFundMe. If you recall, on the last video that we did for RuPaul's Drag Race this past week, Jamar pulled Rufus up and he explained the 3 surgeries that he needs to have because Rufus is currently in a lot of distress, and I can see it every day with him. And it's getting to the point where if he doesn't have this now, it could end up being some very serious things later on. So he has to have his complete ear canal removed. The left one, like just removed. I don't even know how that's gonna look. They're just gonna take it out. Then there's a fissure that has turned into a growth on the back of his rear that is very much bleeding often. It does not stop. And that is from the testosterone that is too much and full in his body. So the doctor said they have to not only neuter him, but then completely remove that back part off of him. So he's going to be out for a while after that happens. Rufus will definitely be a different dog. But I'm just giving you the picture that I got to see every goddamn day, okay? What I got to look at when somebody turns around too close to my face. But he needs these surgeries, and we've already hit, I believe, $1,300, and the goal is $2,500. So we just need about $1,200 more, and we can get this baby the surgery that he needs. So the link was posted by our fellow moderators. Shout out to Alicia and Christy for being on it in this room. If you can, please help help Jamar's dog Rufus with his surgeries. And again, for donating to the channel and supporting this page to continue making content, going live, and doing what we do, as well as getting this podcast together, donate to the PayPal paypal.me/Matty Rants, as well as Cash App $7 Rants. Thank you so very much. Now, we did get a package yesterday. Somebody was on the Amazon wish list and they heard our cry. So the package came in. They sent it to Locker Box Jimbo, and we went and picked it up last night. I think they got the notification that it was mailed, but they forgot, and it was like, this is the last day, so I had to go pick it up. It freaked me out. But came in the mail yesterday, and it's actually a fast snail HDMI Type-C adapter for the Nintendo Switch. Chim Cham, shut up. If you were here, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh my God, it's at 1,600? Yes, it's at 1,600. 900 more to go. Rufus gonna be happy. Ga, 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 ga. No, I don't think he'll need doggy diapers. I know they're gonna give him a cone so he doesn't try to chew his butt off. But yeah, this is important because I needed this device specifically because I was going to try to figure out how I was going to stream this with the computer, putting in the green screen so the whole background was Super Smash Brothers or whatever game we're playing. I got to put a green screen on there as well because that's so needed. But yeah, so this is going to be used for Twitch and streaming. I was told that this one was the best one to get. I don't know if it's going to, I hope it doesn't hurt the Switch. I'm going to do some more reviews on it. But yeah, this one should be really cool. So shout out to She. Thank you for so much for thinking about us and sending this to our Amazon locker box. And again, if y'all want to donate or give something to the Amazon wish list, that list is in the link in the description here. So I personally am dying to play Mario Aces Tennis. As well, I need to get back into Splatoon 2. I had an old account with that game, and I no longer have it, and I need it back in my life. But yeah, Super Smash Brothers has been great what I am doing now is I'm trying to clear everything now so I can just replay it again with you guys and not be like confused while everything's happening. So that way while I'm going through it, I'm explaining shit. And nobody's like, well, Matty just figured that out right then and there. No, bitch, I'm able to be like, so we're about to walk into this section of the spirit mode. This is where you would get Princess Peach. Now, here's what I would suggest doing first before, and I wouldn't be able to explain it like that. So that is literally why, while I'm playing, I'm like notating everything. Ah! Oh my gosh. Matty Rants, a man of many hats, child. Okay. But yeah, thanks, she. So that was great of her, and I appreciate it. I'm going to test it later. I don't want to do it today, honestly. It's super rainy outside. It's kind of gross. LA is not giving me super sunshine like it would normally do. So it is what it is. I might, depending on, I really low-key want a pizza, but she don't have funds for that right now. So there's some soup sitting in this cabinet that's calling my name. She's giving you a little countrified, so I may make a biscuit or two to go with it, a little dip, a little chew, a little ooh, a little ah. Only at Mattress Giant, if you know what I'm talking about, hilarious. Okay, but yeah, so all's good in the neighborhood, everybody. I appreciate y'all for jumping in and staying tuned. Oh, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday, right? Because today is Thursday, correct? So you guys will see me on Instagram, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, my PayPal comes through immediately. That's why I'm always like, the PayPal is kind of like the best way to go. Cash App, I gotta do stuff with that one. It's like, the PayPal is instant. The GoFundMe, that's directly for Rufus. That goes directly to Jamar, which is how we're trying to keep that separated. So that way he can have that funds put together for the dog and that all goes through correctly. So I'm like very happy for Jamar because I know he was like shocked that this is actually doing so well. He was like, Matt, I just didn't believe it. I said, friend, everyone loves you and you're good people and Rufus is adorable and he's like baby cakes McGee and we love him. So if you need help with something, don't be afraid to say that you need help with it because bitch, you don't have $4,000 something to throw out like that for this animal, but you want help. So ask, see what happens. Don't be afraid. Like that's how people get things in life. And it's because if you don't open your mouth, who is going to know there's a problem? American military equals free. I'm so happy I didn't see what was written, child, but the name alone gave me the chills. The callback, it did pretty good, but we're still waiting, and there's a lot of episodes that they're filming. So the last call I made to her, she was like, honey, we haven't even started on episode 1. I was like, oh. She said, we're still pulling things together. Calm down. I was like, I'm just making sure. She says, bitch, we like you. We're going to use you. I was like, okay. I just wanted to make sure. You know, I came in there and put my pussy on the table. Let me know what's up. So, yeah, it went well, and we'll see what happens. And if they end up just bullshitting me and nothing happens, bitch, there's other auditions, and there will always be ways. That show has been in a few times. I've hiding them before, but they keep coming back. I mean, they just have new emails, and they just put the same name up. So, you know, it's cool. I don't know. Well, I guess being openly gay and on YouTube, it's just like they just want to come for me. And that's, you know, that's sad. I wish they would find better things to do with their time. You know, brushing your teeth, wiping your ass, breathing, existing, applying for jobs, working out, masturbation. There's just many options. Craziness. But it is what it is. Whatever. I don't got time for that. I know, right? But then again, what am I gonna do about that, you know? Yeah, Cash App too. Cash App is immediate. That I gotta push it through, but it's more immediate. YouTube is the only one who's kind of like. And then I also have my phone and my tablet on Do Not Disturb while we do these lives. So sometimes when y'all send me stuff, I won't know until I'm off. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I try to like say something at the beginning of the next video. But yeah, YouTube's the only one where it's like, honey, you ain't gonna see that shit till next month. As a matter of fact, when will I? Sometime in February is when I will see whatever has come through on YouTube. Later, late. Be real, Matthew. Late in February. Not early, girl. Never early. It's late February. Craziness. 30%? I know. I thought to myself, I said, wait a minute, so what's the point of Super Chat then? Because if that's something to where you're like directly donating to them versus it going through the ads like you normally do to get the money out of the account, why take it from the donations that are specifically for the person? And it's 30%. Really? Okay. I do Wheel of Fortune. I'm actually decent at Jeopardy. I'm not stupid. I would actually win some money. Now, if I get first place, if it was directly movies, film, music, and television categories, absolutely. But no, I'd walk away with I'd walk away about 8,000. PayPal always walks me for some reason, so enjoy. Oh, thank you, Minnie. Listen, when it does come through, when I see it, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. So whatever was sent, I thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't know why PayPal does all that either. Doris Delaney, how are you, my love? Say hi to Doris, everybody. I enjoy seeing your spirit, and I always love that name for some odd reason. Something about Doris reminds me. Doris Day. There we go. Got it. Cash App. Oh yeah, Cash App's good. I had a friend of mine get me into Cash App because originally I tried to use Cash App and it was not working for a year. I promise you, I put every card I could think of in there and it never worked. It drove me crazy. And then all of a sudden, I think last year is when it started working for me. And I thought to myself, what happened? Did y'all not like me? Did I do something wrong? I don't know. But yeah, Cash App is pretty good. Ooh. One thing I'm going to start doing with y'all at the end of all of my lives, I want to give you apps that I use that I think would be useful tools for you to use for whatever you're trying to do with your day. 2 apps I want to give you. One that's more so for everybody, and the other one is for people who are tokers, smokers, and pot smokers. The first one is what they call word of a day. Word of a day? Word of the day. There we go. Word of the day. Download that app if you would for me, please, and join me in always finding a new word for the day. It increases your vocabulary, and I'm not getting paid for this promotion. I'm just telling you, I use that app, and I think everyone could benefit from it, because if you want to increase your vocabulary and learn new words, especially some reads, bitch, because they always put some good words for read in there, I suggest word of the day. It always sends a notification for you the next day with a new word, and you'd be surprised. Sometimes those words actually relate to you. So shout out to Word of the Day. And if anybody sees this from Word of the Day and you want me to be in your commercial, I'm always available. And I can get a haircut because I know I'm giving you rough teas right now. Whatever, still cute. Anywho, the second app that I would totally recommend, and this is for my pot smokers, my weed tokers, and all that type of stuff, would be Leafly. Leafly is spelled Leafly. Now, as most of you know, I partake. I don't drink, I partake. So I don't drink alcohol for my own medical reasons. We'll get into it into a long day later. But I don't drink alcohol because it just does not agree with me. However, marijuana is a little bit different. So Leafly is interesting because you can use that to find what specific strains can actually help you, say, with what you're dealing with if you're trying to smoke. So if you want something that's going to keep you awake and you're going to be able to be creative, you go towards a sativa. They'll give you options and tell you what that actual strain will do for you and what the benefits are. Excuse me. Oh, dry. Child, I need that. Let me know I need something. Well, thank you, Christy. If you need something that's a little bit more body and mind type of high, you would get a hybrid, which one has more of a sativa or indica dominance, would then indicate whether you're going to feel more of one than the other. And then the third one would be Indicas, of course. Indicas is your body, and that's the one that you want to be able to relax to go to sleep. If you have a lack of appetite, that's the one. And they do have reviews on Leafly because I've left a few. So you may go through a couple of strains and see Matty Rants pop up in the review feed because I do leave my review of certain strains. Currently, my favorites are Blue Dream, Girl Scout Cookies, Granddaddy Purple, and Acapulco Gold. Those four get me through the day. Okay? So yeah, if you're always like, well, what's Matty's strain? Those are my four. There's a couple more that I'm actually experimenting with right now, but I'm trying to see if they like, ooh, for anxiety, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something cynical because it's one that I use. It's called Snow White, and it's not that other nasty shit that people sell on the street. Snow White is a hybrid that's a sativa dominance that actually deals with anxiety really well as inflammation in your body. So if you're, say, someone who has, I forget what it's called when your skin sort of flakes up and rashes a lot of people who I know use that weed to protect their skin from getting all inflamed and then start to break up and brittle up, as well as for them dealing with anxiety. I use it often before I go places that sort of give me the little bit of a head kind of feel. So that way when I walk in, I don't feel like everyone's judging me. So that's a pretty good one. But I also say that if you are someone who is partaking in stuff like that, please do it responsibly and don't overdo it. There's not an overdoing, but there's an overdoing to a point to where you'll end up falling asleep. Say if you're at home and waking up 8 hours, 9 hours later, like, damn, my whole day is gone. Yeah, because you smoked it away. Don't do that. Plan your days ahead of time. If you got to work, work, bitch. Then get home and do your thing. But if it's going to mess up your day, don't be that one. That's how hoes lose jobs, for being stupid. So yeah. So word of the day would be the one for everyone. And for those of you who need to have a little bit more knowledge with the stuff that you're putting in your body, if you want to do this said drug, Leafly would be the way to go. Weed Maps is also a great option if you need to look up certain locations, because a lot of dispensaries in the areas where it's legal do not actually have it on Google Maps because that would be illegal to show for everybody. So you need to go to Weed Maps and use that. And Girl Scout Cookies is really great, Chrissy. You can't smoke a lot of it though because it'll put you down. The first one you're like, yeah, and it lasts a good little time. But if you do a second one too quick, you will be in that bed asleep. Oh my goodness, that happened to me one time. I got too big for my britches and I ended up falling asleep. Ooh, Skywalker's a good one too. I had that a little while ago, Nidra. I wanted to try it again because I didn't have a lot of it, so I wasn't able to like really test it. I would low-key like to do a weed testing thing, but I'm not sure if this would drive away fans or not, and people would be like, oh, Matthew, I can't believe you do that. Well, I want to educate you on how this has helped me like really in my life. It's certainly not something that's torn me down. Never. It's actually kept me from hurting people. No, I'm kidding. But yes, yeah, word of the day and Leafly are ways to go. Word of the day to build your brain, and Leafly to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. It also gives you information if you wanted to grow it yourself in places that are legal. Okay? But yeah, I think I'm going to make a video one day about my first trip into a dispensary and then how it is going into dispensary now. For those people who I always know are afraid to talk about or like, well, what is it like going in there? It's like, child, it's like going into a regular store and just giving your ID, making sure you're old enough. They buzz you in. Hey, what's up? What you looking for? I need her, her, and her. Or, you know what, my head's hurting really bad. Do you have something for that? My stomach hurts. Do you have something for stomach aches? I can't sleep. Do you have something that I can have for that? And then taking it in there. Honestly, I should be working at one of these dispensaries because the bitch is knowledgeable about some Mary Joanne, okay? Knowledgeable. Because I don't just, like, I'm not one of those smokers who's like, ooh, I'm here for fun. I do that shit just for the life of it, honey, okay? Nidra. Thank you for being a fan for life, honey. I love you. Hey, KTV. Weed Maps. I have tried that. That's a very interesting one. I honestly feel like whoever responded or whoever made that needs to re-update the look of that app. Am I giving an app review in this video? I guess I am. I think they need to really I'm going to make a video about all this. I am. I'm gonna have to make a video about all of this. I'm gonna get a giant pot plant behind me and just do my whole video. Sure am. Yep. I will say Weed Maps needs to update how their app looks and the user friendliness of it, to be honest with you. Because when I use it, I always feel like it's clunky and very old. And this is going to be so mean to say it. And if you don't have an Apple device, I'm not shaming you, but it gives me very Google tease. Very Chrome, very very Android. It's very that, but not new Android, but like old 3G Android type of tea. So yeah, I got an issue with that. So with Weed Maps, I just sort of, it's cool. I do like it for when I need to find a location and I can't find a place like the one that's around the corner from my place right now. You will never be able to find. You'll never be able to find. Still need to try out that Snow White when I get out of Texas. I wish I could tell you. I mean, I do a video with Laganja, we could have a real conversation about it. But, ooh, okay, I need to take a little swig there. I want to tell you what shops to go to, but the place that I normally go to that would have it doesn't have it right now. I think that this other shop that's around the corner from my place that's very popular probably has some, but they never label their weed right, and that bothers me. I walk in and I'm like, girl, can I get an indica? And then she puts some hybrid in front of me and I'm like, Miss Thing. Okay, Minnie Quinn, hold on, let me double check here. Okay, I just saw it. It came through. Thank you so very much. I saw it came through. No worries here. We definitely got it. But I did just close out the screen and looked, and I saw where it posted. So, thank you so much here. For shopping, do you like Wish? I'm nervous about Wish because Wish gives me. I wish it looked this way, and then when I get it, it's not gonna look that way. I don't think so. I think it's because whoever they're talking to or dealing with thinks they know what they're talking about and they're not like doing any real research. So they label it as something that it's not, and there's actual evidence of it being what it is. And I wish that people were a bit more cautious of that, because you could be giving somebody a weed that's not going to help them with what they're asking for. And you could also give them something that's not the strongest strain for whatever pain or whatever they're dealing with. This, ooh, especially pain. Ooh, especially pain, girl, because there are strains. You think you're in some girl. Okay, listen, so y'all know my neck's been hurting, right? So I went and got this stuff the other day. I believe it's Pure OG. And I gotta tell you, I've been able to rock this neck back and forth like nobody's business, honey. That pain goes away, and it stays away for a while. So shout out to the girl who helped me out with that, who knew what I was talking about when I said, girl, I need something for pain specifically. Know what to do when I go out there. I'm gonna need, yeah, just when you get out there, Mariah, and you're like, Matthew, I'm finally here. Where do I go? Who do I find? I'm gonna send you to the right dispensary that's gonna give you good service, and you won't feel like, oh my God, this is too much. They'll be like, come here, baby, what's happening? I'll send you to the one where the friendly bud tenders are. There's a lot of them that are kind of a little dry sometimes, and there are other bud tenders who are just like, hey, sis. Yeah, I'm gonna send you to the good girls. My babies, when I come in there. Hi, ladies. Every time, hey, ladies. Maddie, what's up? I'm like, girl, I got a live video on YouTube. If one of them is in this video now, I'm gonna be gassed. But the girl who I talk to at the place that I go to, we talk about YouTube all the time. And she said, what are you talking about tonight? And I'm like, well, we got RuPaul's Drag Race and stuff. And then I got to do a live about Celebrity Big Brother. Ooh, I'm watching Celebrity Big Brother. And we'll have a whole conversation. But yeah, every time I go into the dispensary, I end up in a full-on just talk. It's crazy. Ooh, Denver is also a really great place to go to if you have never smoked and you want to experience something, and also understanding and respecting the business that it's become, as well as how it's grown and how it's cultivated. I went on a weed tour out there, and I wish I was filming that crap. But I was on a much needed vacation, and when I went on that vacation, that was one of the highest experiences I've ever had in my life. But I learned a lot, and I retained all that information. There is a festival, Alicia, and I went to it, and it is amazeballs. Austin does one too. Austin, Texas does one as well. But there's a huge festival. Everyone gets together in this giant field, and they just smoke down. It's freaking crazy. But yeah, that's what it was like when I was on the bus with them. Everyone was passing blunts and bongs and doing all that type of stuff. And then we would stop at a glass blowing place to learn how pipes are made for bongs. And they're like, this is the process that it goes through. And then it was like, we then drove to a dispensary to then look at how the process works of, maintaining a dispensary. And then, how the weed comes in and how shipments do. And when they have people do that, it's weird. And then you go to the farm. Now that was crazy. The farm where it's grown, like the plants and shit. Oh, girl. Okay. So we went to this one place in Denver, and I went on weedtours.com is where I went to for those who are interested. If you're ever out there and you want to travel, I went to that specific website that gave me lodging where I could smoke weed in a hotel and not be in trouble. And then Candace, girl, I'll come through. I'm a fan of Denver. I was at some Hampton Inn where I could smoke in my room, and then we took the weed tour the next day, and that was all a part of the package. I paid for a package to go and do this. It was supposed to be my vacation to myself. And fast forward, we get to the farm and this plant, and the plant, you walk in, it looks like they're mixing chemicals and shit. There's hazmat stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then you see a room to the side. It's like the first of many rooms. But there's nothing but weed trees just sitting in there, high as the sky. And it's like, then they're telling us what's in the room, and then you smell the smell. The smell. I have, and we'll talk about it, Mark. I'm going to tell you about my food spot right now, my two favorite places to go to right now. The smell. It is so strong. Bye, Christy. Thanks for coming in. It was so strong. I couldn't take it. It's too much for me. But no, I was actually so high during that experience that at one point I had to go sit back on the bus and drink water and take a nap because it was just too much. I was completely gone. And I thought to myself, wow, I have limits. I'm so proud of myself. And yes, night, Christy. Thank you so much. Alicia, thank you for finishing this out with me. We're going to wrap this up in 5 minutes, I promise. But yeah, I highly recommend going. I highly recommend experiencing it. You can say no at any time. You don't have to hit it while you're in there doing all that. But you learn a lot, and they give you some information that's quite valuable. And I know a lot of people right now who are trying to get into the industry and sell and do dispensaries because they know it's very profitable. So who knows? May have a Matty Rants dispensary opening up soon. We'll see. But yeah, I gotta say that the weed tour was special. And there was one that you can go on, Mariah, where they actually serve you breakfast, lunch, and dinner at this hotel. It's a bed and breakfast. And they have cannabis-infused breakfast items, lunch items, and dinner. And they make that for you. It's quite great. Depends on how much is in the edible, JJ, as far as how long it's going to take to kick in and how long it's going to last. So you need to look at the THC rating on the side of it. If it's a high number and you know what a high number looks like, baby, don't go for it. And if you do go for it, take a piece of it. Don't eat the whole thing. If you eat the whole thing, God bless you. Good luck. Have a great trip. But if you eat a piece of it, that's all you really need, especially for lightweights. If you're not used to that type of stuff, I highly recommend do not go for the gold. Go for the participation ribbon. Not bronze or silver, participation ribbon. Hey, Raven. Well, it depends on what you're trying to get as far as it costing you any money. Now, I've bought a Rice Krispie treat for $5 at a dispensary. I've also bought a pack of gummy bears with 30 gummy bears in it with a very high rating, I think 90 milligrams of THC put in that sucker or something like that. And that was like $20. But then there's also ones that are like $5, $4, $3, $2. They have bags of chips that have weed butter on them that you can buy. Bags of chips, candy bars, lollipops, gum. There's lotion you can buy specifically for that. They have shampoo in those places. There is shit in a dispensary. They have dog treats, dog food. One more time, dog treats, dog food. There's a weed mascara. I believe it. And I'm sure it's good for you too. I'm sure it actually helps your lashes grow. I believe it. Oh, weed butter is great. Weed teas. Girl, that'll put you right down. If you can't go to sleep, chamomile, yeah, she's all right. Some weed tea, gone. She gone. Put me to sleep. My friend did that for me. I went to bed, girl. I was gone. I was out. Good stuff. I watched one movie. I enjoyed it. I just remember turning my head and just being out. Oh, yes. And it tastes good. And it's like that. Okay, how do I describe it to you? It's like that herbal kind of tea. And it's really, it like sits a little bit in the chest for a second. And it kind of feels cool going down. But you know it was hot. Oh, my God. KTV, I'm sorry my son got a hold of my computer. Right, it's like green tea. It's a good feeling. Yeah, oh, Lisa. A lot of women who I know who have severe cramps, and there's also, I forget what disorder that it is, or one particularly where it's like severe cramps like that. I know this one lady who I always talk to that goes into my dispensary. She's in there all the time, and baby, she stacks up. And then her having a medicinal card, she actually pays cheaper prices than I do. And she gets different shit. So it's like, oh, okay. But yeah. Matthew, the 12-minute preview of Drag Race is up now. Child. I don't even know. CBD oil is good too. That one I highly recommend. A lot of people I know, hold on, something about the vape pen. I have a friend who does nothing but oils. He does not smoke grass or flowers, as they say. He does the oils. I recommend that as well. And it's also something good for you if you don't want papers on your lips and stuff like that. JJ, I'm tired, girl. If I do it, it's going to be later on tonight. Because if I go right now, I've been talking for like, what, an hour and 22 minutes? I need a little break. So if I do it, I'll probably get on Instagram Live. Maybe, what time is it now? It's like 3:30. I'd say give me 2 hours of a break. And then what I'll do is, it's been a decent day, Raven. Not too bad. Yeah, give me a little bit later on this evening. I'll just stream the first 12 minutes on my Instagram and then we'll talk about it. And maybe Jamar will be here by that time. We'll see. Okay, cool. So I went on a lot longer than I expected to because that's just what we do with these lives. I start with one subject and we end up on 20. So let's go ahead and wrap this up because I am finding myself doing this. And that just means that I'm like getting tired and antsy and I just want to move and do something else. So, if you can support the channel, please and thank you. PayPal.me/Matty Rants with Cash App $ Matty Rants. I'm singing off key and that's okay. Many other singers have gotten away with worse. But here I am. Don't forget about Rufus. He needs surgery and we need help. We got it up to a high number. We need 900 more now. We need 900 more now. And then Amazon wish list. If you want to donate to the wish list, you know where the links are. You know what I got, so you don't need to get it again. And there it is. And da-da-da-da-da. And blah, 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 blah. And Garage Arts Licks Echoes Biscuit. Wow. That is a creative name. So yeah, you can do all those things. Shout out to Alicia. I didn't even see what they posted, but that screen name gave me the willies. Like, what the fuck was that? That's a screen name. People are not creative. Okay, thank you. That sounded like an episode of South Park when they were trying to think of a name for their book, or no, for their website. It was like placing da 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 da. Da. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but you know, not cool, but you know. That sucks though. It is kind of crazy that I'm not allowed to have like a safe space, you know, to, you know, I guess talk like this, but thanks for my moderators for making it that way. Hey Revi Quee, I'm kind of sad to say I gotta go. I gotta go. Lord Commander of the chat card always. Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Lisa. I know, but this will be saved so you guys can totally Joey misses me off. Joey pisses you? I think you meant to say pisses you off. Yeah. Joey's weird. We don't like Joey from Big Brother. It's okay. It's okay, Rabbi. I knew I was like had to be pisses because I was like can't be misses. There's no way. um yeah. So it's cool, but thanks, Alicia, and thank you, Christy, and thank you, everybody else who was in the chat and who enjoyed the chat here, you guys. Please support the channel if you can. And remember, Friday, Instagram. You know what time. 5, 7, 8, 5 Pacific, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. RuPaul's Drag Race. I will probably get on Instagram later on today and do a streaming of the first 12 minutes and talk about it with you. And then again, remember, I will be doing a video with Jamar. I think I'm going to leave this background up and we're not going to green screen it again. Because I'd like to just get it out to you like we did last time and just go ahead and have our thoughts and not think about me in the process of green screening yet until I do something that does not require me to talk for 45 minutes to an hour. So that part. This I can post up immediately. And I'm like, clip, clip, clip. Okay, cool, we're go. The green screen bit, that takes so much time. And I'd rather do that when I have videos that are only going to be 15 minutes or less. You know what I'm saying? Because then I can actually like really spend time editing it and versus be thinking it's a chore. So, okay, cool. Thank you, Rabbi El Answer Mansour. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for joining in. And to my haters, you make me rich. Hugs and kisses, all my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I will see you tomorrow. For those on my Instagram, I will see you later on tonight. I'll think about it. I'll think about it, Mark. Embarrassing moments with Matty Rants. What did he do wrong today?